people. Okay. Let's actualize my shower points. Here we go. All right, that doesn't help. Alright, forget that. Have you finished the envelope parameter refactor? Yes. And I'm sort of 90% confident about the stability. There might be a few bugs that I missed, but yeah, I was thinking of releasing another Patreon build just with that refactor, and then a few bug fixes, but then it would have been kind of a boring build, so I decided to work on some new stuff to add to the next build. Okay. How long can you continue to work on Blockhead as a result of the influx of patrons from the big video? As long as it, I mean, at the moment, as long as the patrons don't, as long as people don't start mass unsubscribing, I'm fine. Like, I can pay my rent every month now, which is really cool. I don't have anywhere near enough to like pay for a second engineer or anything like that. But I have enough to pay rent every month, so yeah. So I don't know, because I don't know if people are going to start unsubscribing, because it goes up and down, but it basically it seems stable at the moment. Sort of, it still sort of goes up and down, but not by too much. But I'm not worrying about money anymore, which is nice. Actually, I am worrying about money right now, because I had to cancel my debit card a few days ago. No, it was like over a week ago now. It was like last Saturday. It was on the 27th of April. I had to cancel my debit card, and I'm still waiting for the bank to send me a new debit card. So I have money, but I can't spend it. I have no way to spend it right now. I burned through all of my emergency cash, and I'm basically just living, for the last few days, I've been living off of expired ramen and cereal, because I can't buy food. And I rang the bank, and they said that they posted it on Tuesday, and it's still not here, so I might have to ring them up again. So in short, I'm hungry, but theoretically I have money in a bank account. Right, so this dialogue, all of this interface is done, pretty much. I mean, it's functional at least, except for this checkbox, which I thought of when I was in the shower, and then this button, which I just have, the button doesn't do anything yet. I don't have any code to actually import the objects, but the dialogue itself is pretty much done. And then the other stuff I thought about when I was in the shower is what should happen if, for example, so at the moment you can like drag a sample in from the operating system, and it will basically import the sample like that. But you can actually drag anything in. You can drag this PNG in, for example, and it will just say unrecognized file extension, but you can still drag it in, and then you can treat it as WAV data if you want by using this thing. So now I was thinking, okay, what if you drag one of these object files in? I guess it should automatically open the import dialog. Similar to how when you right click on a block, for example, and say export, then it will automatically open the export dialog. But then what happens if you drag in, like, for example, a PNG, no, a valid object file and an audio file at the same time? Then what should happen? So I was thinking, I would make it so that with the import dialog, you can actually just add audio files here as well. So it can consolidate. So it'll just be another way to get samples into the project. And then everything's consistent, because you can just drag a selection of files, and some of them could be object files, some of them could be audio files, and it would just, regardless, it would open this import dialog, and you can choose the ones that you actually want to import. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. So at the moment, if you had like WAV files, then it just disables them because they're not valid object files. I might work on that some other time, actually. I want to actually work on what happens when you click this button Oh, at the moment it crashes, it looks like. Oh, it crashed when it was auto-saving. Interesting. I haven't seen this. Why did it crash when it was auto-saving? While compressing when it was compressing this PNG. Oh. Yeah. Save sample. I don't have frame data. Okay. It didn't crash, it just assertion failured. Which is fair enough. I guess this assertion is just wrong actually. So this wasn't a crash. Just looked like one. Ah, but now does it crash? Yes, now it crashes. Okay, so what do I have to do? Save sample. I'm not surprised that nobody's ever reported this bug. You'd have to... Well, I guess it's not that unlikely. You just have to drag in a non-audio file and then wait for it to autosave. Git header. Wait. I should just check the load state again here, I suppose. After it finishes. So if we don't have any frames, well, this is have to decide what to do. It shouldn't be a... I actually don't know what to do. Save sample. Okay. I think I can get away with just saying warning, skipping sample because it has no audio frames or something like that, and then return true. I think that's fine. Let's just see what happens. Maybe we'll get to see the new features you teased a few weeks ago. Hopefully this year. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know, it's going to be really big. But I have, everything is like in place now to just start working on that feature. So I never know like how long something's going to take until I get like 90% of the way through it. What? Okay, so I dragged in a PNG, which is not a valid audio file, and then tried to save. Like this. Now it's okay. And it printed out a warning. Skipping bits with no frames. Now what happens if I try to load this? It's okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, that's good. Okie dokie. Right. Let's make the import button actually do something. Here. Okay, I'm gonna create files. Oh, good. I have zero viewers. What a relief. Now I can relax. Oh no, there's one viewer. Okay, thank you for closing all my files. That's really useful. Let's open those back up. Import item. So any significance to the types prefixed with moron? It's just a yeah. Someone else asked about that earlier. It's 1 second. So this tree control that I have here, it's used for the file manager and for the sample browser and the block browser, and for this list and this list in the export dialog and the import dialog that I'm working on at the moment. It's just like a custom list control that I created, and sometimes when trying to think of a name for something, I just lose patience very quickly and just think of a random word off the top of my head and just use that word. So I just thought of the word moron. So it's called a moron list. That control is so the moron namespace is just everything to do with that list control. This is like the front end of the list. If I spend more than like a minute trying to think of a name for something, I just pick a word, any word. And I need this object type. So also I want to disable that button when there's no items. So it should start off disabled. Okay. Should just use this. How do I do this? Oh, I don't actually need to keep this, actually. Data. Alright, I'm just going to do this. No, I changed my mind. No, I do want to keep that. How do I do this? So I need some kind of function called getModel that will take an item ID. I don't know what that don't know what that function is yet. Type. That's that's all of the information I need. And then I call some kind of magic function. Like that. Okay, well, so what is the get model function? I don't know. Hold on, let me just do this. Okay. Get model. How the hell does this work? This is bad. I don't like this. I should just search through the file list until I find it. Port file path. File list item. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, get model. So actually, I should just pass it the file path. There we go. You should always find it. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to do is make this dialog remember the last directory you loaded something from. So and what else? So any other defaults that I need? Oh yeah, these checkboxes. I don't save. This one I am saving. This checkbox is saved. Should be, if I uncheck that and then restart, it should still be unchecked. Because I think I did that already. Yes, okay, so that's working. So I need to remember these settings and this last, the last access directory in this dialog. Okay, so let's see what happens here. If I add a bunch of stuff, I just want to inspect this vector. This looks good from first. So block. This one's a sample. Yeah, this looks all correct. Okay. So now I just need to implement this function and I'm done. I think this file is going to get very big. Okay. Well, let's just do it. So for each item, import item. Right. Theoretically, I just have all of the code to do exactly what I need to do here. Let's see what. Let's see. Item type. Type. Block. Don't know why it's gone over there. Okay, to do. Are there any other to-dos hanging around the code that I haven't sorted out yet? Just in this project. Oh, I didn't delete this file. Let's do that now. And this file also. And then, oh, I didn't do this yet? No. That should be fine. And that is done, I think. Oh, apart from the other defaults. Okay. What's the report? This one. Okay. When I try to build the blockhead generators project using CMake, I get the error blink, I think as a result of trying to clone the blink repository using CPM. Do you know how I can fix this? Let me think. I get the error blink. What else does the error message say? Surely it's longer than that. I don't know if I've ever. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, I'm only building blockhead generators as a sub-project of blockhead at the moment, I think, which is probably why. Let me try it right now. Let me try it, see what happens, because you might maybe it just doesn't work uh, as a standalone project right now. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, you weren't lying. The error message is simply blink. Uh, okay. Right, hold on. Let me commit what I've done. Import progress. Let me look into this. Yeah, it's been a while since I've um, built this repository as a standalone project, so that's probably why it's collapsed and stopped working. Let's have a look. CMake error blink. Maybe I have never actually built it as a standalone project. That might be the case. Let's have a look at this. Add dependencies. Oh, what is this shit? How does this work? It's been a while since I've looked at this. This, I think... Here we go. So it should add the blink package automatically. Blink plugin 12. Oh, okay. CMake error blink. Why? Because it doesn't have CPM or include CPM. Don't know. So this includes CPM as well. Some version of CPM. CPM 665. Let's see what that's. 665. What's it doing at 665? Fatal error. It doesn't like this command for some reason. If I look in here. Okay. Hmm. No, I don't understand what the problem is. This is the rest of the stream now. I'm just gonna be figuring out what this CMake issue is because I'm wondering. So I'm using this exact CMake stuff, but I'm using it as a sub-project for when I build Blockhead. So as a sub-project, it works. I don't understand what. It's kind of a useless error message. Blink. Blink. I don't see what the problem is here. I really don't see what the problem is. look back at this again. I'm not going to start debugging CPM, but just looking at it might give me some hints. So oh, is this like debugging stuff that I've accidentally added and left and then checked into the version control? I wonder. This might be me being stupid. How can I let me hold on, let me just change the version of CPM to a newer version. This is from February 2023. This one is probably a bit earlier. No, it's the same. 665. Yeah, sorry, it's my fault. So this line shouldn't. I was obviously trying to debug some kind of CPM issue in the past and accidentally added this line to this file. There we go. Whoopsie. So that's why it works as a sub-project, is because it's just using my other version of CPM. So if I just commit that now, it should work now. Configure. There we go. Sorted. Thank you for that. I don't know if you're still here, but thanks for reporting that. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, this stuff. Import block. Yeah, let's just do this. Change my mind. I want to actually create some data structures. So block item. Copilot can do these for me, surely. How do you do this again? Oh, get. Okay. And now... Um... So I have the entire zip layout in memory at this point, but I don't have the sample data. That's still in the zip file. Okay. I don't remember how to add objects to the system, really. How do I do it? I think sample should be the easiest one. So maybe let's just go to here, for example. Add files to project. What is this? That's not what I want. What I want is, it would be in save load? No, because I moved it out of here, I think. How does this work? I cannot remember how this works. Scheme. Let's go in here. Yeah. Right. But up till now, I've only ever loaded everything out of a project file, not a specific thing. So this is what I was looking for. So I add sample and then load sample. What is this? Oh, right. I create a sample data thing. But this model is not going to have the sample data in it yet, because that happens load sample data. This code is like almost what I'm looking for. The only time I've ever loaded sample data out of a zip file up until now has been when you're loading a project, which is sort of it's a completely different context to the way that I'm loading sample data out of a zip file now. So this code is like almost useful. Sample zip file data loader. So what do I have here? File path is the file path of the zip file. And I have the model, which has other stuff in it. Where is it getting this from? Oh yeah. Sample data zip info. Okay, so let's look at the sample data. What sample data do I have? Model samples at item ID. What has this got in it? Perfect. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. And I'm going to ignore this ID and generate a new one. This is the data ID of the data. Sample data ID. Oh, I don't need that. Sample data ID. Yeah. I can't use the word data. That's too confusing. I need to say info. And sample data info. Sample data zip info. Okay. And then what does this have in it? This stuff. Oops. And this is the path within the zip file. To the compressed file. What's this? Load sample. Oh, right, I see. Let me just copy this. Stick it here so I can look at it. I need to generate an ID. think this is it. Sample metadata. Just dump all this in here. The file path is what? There isn't one. But I do have this. Sample file path is the compressed file. Okay. What does this want? Godot string, metadata. Sample data is ID file name loader. Sample data world notifier. I guess I want that. Okay. Then we load it. Then what do we do? I have to do something with that now. I need to create the sample. Okay, so now sample somewhere in here. Create samples, here it is. World. So I also need to create the sample ID. Load sample. This is not what I was expecting. Sample, what is this? Oh, right, yeah, that is the sample info, which I have right there. Okay, so I need to put that into an Okay, it just occurred to me that import operations, I suppose, should really be undoable. It should be one big undo redo operation, but I guess I will skip that for now because that sounds really hairy. I don't think anyone's going to complain if it's not undoable. Actually, I might complain. That sounds annoying. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to turn all of this into a one big undo redo action so that the import operation as a whole can be undone and then redone. Okay, let's just see what happens here. Let's see if this works. Theoretically, I should be able to import a sample using the import dialog. So I have a sample in this file. Let's see what happens. Crash. Okay. So in load sample ID 809. What did I do wrong? Ah, yeah. So I need to update actually this to have the new ID. Sample info ID equals sample ID. I could just do it here. Sample info ID. Okay. Obviously the dialog should close, I suppose, but hey, it worked. I have the sample. Oh yeah, I think adding a synth will crash at the moment. I want to look at that in a minute. No, I'll look at that. No, I'm not going to get distracted with that at the moment. Why are you complaining? This is not const. Why would you do that at all? Right, let's do blocks. Theoretically, blocks shouldn't be. Oh, let's see. Block info. This might be really annoying, actually. Blocks. Model blocks. So this is a tuple of all of. Okay, I need to know what kind of block it is. How do I do this? Slim get. I need. Hold on, how does this work in here? I have functions to do all this already, I think. Create block. How is this going to work? It's going to load. Let's just do everything for me, maybe. Creator. What do I need? Create block. I need to update the ID though, at least. That's important. Oh, I need to know the type at this point. Okay, workspace load, workspace. So this goes into here. Oh, I can use those? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Slim make. So I could pass it a model and an ID. So it would be model ID. But how is it going to get the sample data out of the file? I don't remember how this code works. I wonder what this does. I think if I just try it and see where it crashes, I will start to understand the system. Import this block, import. Okay. Interesting. I want to see what this does. So item ID 961. And then there's goes through this horrible code that I've been meaning to refactor for about a year. It detects that it's a sampler, does it? sampler. So he goes in here. Oh, for God's sake. Come on. I missed it. I mean, it's going to go to surely here. Oh, I know what's going on. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. It's going to fail because I need to add the sample data to the model first. That's all I need to do. So I go like that. Then it gets to here. Add block. Okay. Then we load the block. We get the type, which is a sampler. We try to load the sampler. So we'll get to here. No, it crashes before then. What's happening here? No, it's looking for sample 900, but it doesn't exist. Right. I get it, I get it, I get it. Okay. I'm not going to be able to finish this tonight. Because this is complex. So I need to rejig the entire model that I've loaded into memory to like reconnect the new sample to the new block. Okay, I'm getting really hungry. I need to eat some expired ramen. How long have I been streaming? An hour 26. Alright, last time I ended the stream, right before I ended, someone was like, oh, I have a question, and then it was too late. So if anyone's still watching, I will wait for 30 seconds for someone if you want to ask a question before I leave. Otherwise, I will just leave. Yeah, I need to eat some food before I tackle this. Alternatively, I might just call it a night and tackle it in the morning. Alright, if there's anyone still watching, goodbye, good night.